We got some major breaking news as Stewart-Haas Racing could be facing some pretty big penalties next week. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel and welcome back to our video. As I just said a second ago, Stewart-Haas Racing could be facing some pretty severe penalties next week. According to Kelly Crandall and many reporters in the industry, NASCAR has confiscated the roof rail deflectors from the Stewart-Haas Racing number 10 and number 41 cars for further evaluation. No details were given. Any penalties would come next week. According to her, per the rulebook, must be constructed of 0.05 inch thick aluminum, installed perpendicular to the inspection surface in the applicable recessed slots of the screenhouse and roof flats, must not interfere with the functioning of the roof flats, and must be pinned. Very major development coming out here from the tech inspection from pre-race. We haven't seen any major penalties come out so far this year, so if there are any penalties that are received for Stewart-Haas Racing, these would be the first ones. Last year, SHR got handed pretty much the biggest penalty for a single car as Chase Briscoe actually got an L3 penalty and could have missed a race. It is unclear what penalty they are going to receive. I would imagine they're probably going to receive an L1 or L2 penalty. But man, not a really good start for Stewart-Haas Racing, and it's a shame because they got a couple cars in the top 10 last week in the 500. Noah Gragson got a top 10. I think Ryan Preece also did okay in the Daytona 500, but got caught up in the big incident and wreck. But this is going to be a major setback for Stewart-Haas Racing, who is a team coming into this year was expected to have a lot of struggles. They lost Kevin Harvick, they lost Eric Almirola, and now they're in major turmoil with potentially getting handed another major penalty. My prediction right now is yes, they are likely going to get hit with a penalty because NASCAR has said it very clearly that if you mess with any of the next-gen parts, you could be handed some very huge penalties. We've seen some big penalties from drivers like Brad Keselowski. Kevin Harvick's been handled with these penalties before. We saw Hendrick Motorsports at the time get handed with potentially the biggest penalty in team history. Then they basically got that rescinded, but now basically they're probably going to get handed there. You had, of course, Kaulig Racing get hit with these big penalties because NASCAR, like I said, has made it publicly clear many times before that if you mess with any of the next-gen parts, you are very likely going to get handed massive and severe penalties. We'll keep an update on the story as time progresses and more information does come out. But again, SHR is a team that's in a big year for them. They're under contract with Ford. There is a chance that they could leave Ford at the end of the year. And this is definitely a bad look for Stewart-Haas Racing overall. We are in year number 3 of the next-gen car. These are rules that have been set for 3 years now. You cannot mess with these parts. And it's because it's single source parts that are part of the next-gen car. If you mess with that, you're going to get hit with some very massive and severe penalties. So, that is going to be it for today's NASCAR news, special breaking news video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, as we're on Patreon as well. Link description below that, and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are your thoughts about Stewart-Haas Racing having their parts confiscated, and do you think they'll receive any penalties from that or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel is going to be 3 videos dropping. We're going to have the reaction to who wins the pole for the Cup race at Atlanta. We're also going to have the Xfinity Series and Truck Series race reviews. And then, of course, we are going to have the Cup Series race review at Atlanta. And, of course, we are also going to have the starting lineup video for Atlanta as well. Got a lot of great content dropping on the channel, of course, the next couple weeks that I cannot wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.